here.
You're off to a good start. At least you called him the right name.
Well, she did just say what's his name.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways.
Are we like in that
on national television?
Yeah, they could definitely hear us. Yeah.
No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long one, and we are live. Good morning, Gloucester. We are here at Fishtails Pub. Vinny knocked it out of the park. We were here, kind of soft opening last night. Packed house. What was really nice about the packed house? Very recognizable local faces. Yeah. Local faces. Really, really good. So we had, what are these bubbles?
I think because I did this.
Oh, it's you, yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that, and it showed
you get the bubbles. Yeah, you get the thumbs up.
You get the thumbs up bubble.
So if I did like the middle finger, would that happen?
I don't think so.
Why did it? Why it's not happening? All right.
Oh, that was interesting. Anyway, so we have a lot to talk about with Fishtails.
Big day.
Big
subjects.
And we'll have Vinny on momentarily.
He's waking up.
He's
He had a long night.
He was here, late last night. Him
right.
and by the way, celebrity bartender. He corralled over here. Gene Silvera.
Oh, good. Gene, have a good night.
Local legend in the bartending scene in Gloucester, Massachusetts.
And it wasn't just a guest bartender; he's going to work here and stuff.
Well, we're going to get all the details.
We're going to see what happens.
We're going to see what happens.
All right.
Happy birthday to my sister Felicia. Her
Happy
birthday was yesterday.
Excellent.
We have, I think. Why don't we get right into it? Vinny, you want to come on over here? We'll talk about it. Come on over. We'll slide down. Vinny Orlando, ladies and gentlemen, in this town needs no introduction, but we'll give him the introduction anyway. Vinny, congratulations! I know it's a long road to get a place opened. A restaurant in this city is pretty tough.
Yes, it was.
But you're here, and what I love about it, you didn't strip away the room. The bar area in this particular space, from the topside era and everything else, has always been a cozy, welcoming space. Much like the Lobster with the lower ceilings, you feel welcome when you get in here. Tell me a little bit about why you wanted to come back into the restaurant scene, because you had a very successful restaurant in Manchester. Everybody loved. Great menu there. One of my favorite appetizers of all time, the calamari with the banana peppers.
Yeah.
So what made you want to come back and do it again?
The real answer is because I'm crazy.
That's correct.
Welcome.
That's
You're on the right bench.
That's the honest answer.
Yeah,
okay.
Right
Basically, I haven't done anything in a few years, and I'm bored to death. Travel to Florida and have cookouts, and I'm going to be bored to death. I got to get up in the morning and have to do something.
Yes.
So doing this is something. We'll just see how something is.
Yeah.
When the dust settles. But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm a social individual, and this is a social business.
Yeah.
You get to meet and greet and have a drink with people and so forth and so on. So that's pretty much the answer to your question.
When you like what you do, it's never work.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're very similar in that regard. We like to be around people. We like to hang out with people and stuff like that. Right off the bat, what I want to congratulate you on, because we've been talking about this for about 2 years, about how every new restaurant that opens up is trying to be super fancy. And we're going to go through the menu because we have images of the menu. And I think you did a fantastic job of not outthinking what the needs of a pub are. It is Fishtails Pub.
Correct.
And if you're watching this and you haven't kept up to speed with the press releases and stuff, it's in the former Topside Grill, and then Topside Bistro, and now here we are at Fishtails Pub. Here we're going to start out with the appetizers: bang bang shrimp, fried pickles, local steamers, calamari, stuffed clams, nachos, whole Ipswich whole belly clams. Well, $18 for
Appetizer.
appetite. Wow,
Yeah.
that's great because a lot of people can't eat a huge portion of clams,
Yeah.
but they want to try them.
That's right.
Every year, I love to get clams, but if I overeat them, I'm going to be miserable the rest of the day.
Correct.
That's a great idea. I love that. And then sticky ribs. Ribs
Yeah.
cut up or on a rack.
They were rack of ribs.
Rack of ribs.
And then, the person eating them cuts them up.
Yep.
We put them out last night as on the buffet that we put out for everybody. So they were cut up so people could get what they wanted. But it'll come in a rack, yes.
There you go. Okay, so now we're moving on. Chicken sandwich, lobster roll, market price, haddock tacos, hot dog, haddock sandwich, pub burger, Reuben. I mean, it's just those are the staples. That's what everybody. All you have to do from here is execute. Make it a good burger, right? Like if it's a good burger, I mean, and the price, right? Where are we? $15 for a pub burger, and I assume that comes with fries.
It does.
That's good.
That's great.
How many times have we talked about this where a place opens or a place revamps their menu and it's always overcomplicated. Like everybody's trying to do different things, but they're all doing the same thing. It's like it's halibut sauteed in unicorn tears, but everybody's got the halibut and unicorn tears. It's like, just give us some burgers and some good food.
Yeah,
we were psyched to see this menu.
Entrees, baked haddock, barbecue ribs, fried scallops, steak tips. We talked about this a couple of days ago. Steak tips is back in the day. Steak tips was on everybody's menu.
Mm-hmm.
People have gotten away from it. We got steak tips here, fish and chips, obviously, whole belly clams on a dinner portion, and a 12-ounce New York strip.
And chicken Milanese too.
Where did I miss that?
That's underneath the fried scallop.
Oh well, I haven't got to that.
But I like me a good chicken Milanese.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Soups. We got our French onion soup, clam chowder, cup and bowl, fish
got a couple
chowder.
of experts in that field.
Yes.
A couple of
We're gonna get to that in a
experts.
second. Unbelievable. Salad, any salads, and there you go. I mean, I commend you wholeheartedly on that menu. I mean, we haven't. Last night we got the bang bang shrimp. That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I don't like to go to like buffet type things and then, have the plate where everything's like overflowing and be that guy. There's a lot of people that are that guy.
Or the people that
Oh yeah.
Joey
Use their
saves being
fingers.
that guy for other things, not for the buffet.
Yeah, I'm that guy in other regards, but not in that thing. But yeah, congratulations, Vin. So some of the basic information that everybody needs to know. You're going to start out 3 o'clock in the afternoons.
That's correct.
Every day, or
We're going to go 7 days a week, three to close. And close will always obviously be dependent upon the day and the action.
Yeah.
I suspect Saturdays will be a later close than Mondays, right? And then as the seasons change, I'm thinking about moving it more to an 11:30 opening for lunch and dinner. But right now, in the dead of winter, I think it's best for my staff and for everybody to just, start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and do a good job. So people walk out here saying, we did a good job.
Yeah.
And
settle in and not throw a million things at everybody all at once. I think that's a really great idea. So there you go. And then when the seasons change, you're going to just, ramp up as it goes.
Sure.
Yeah. There you go. I imagine this is going to be a phenomenal place for Fiesta.
I would think so.
Pedigree.
Actually, a little nervous about that.
The pedigree dictates that this will be headquarters for.
Well, there were quite a few Fiesta legends in here last night.
There was Joe Novello,
and Timmy Oaks, and
Joe Sanfilippo,
Mike Jarvis on the guitar.
Yeah.
So we had some.
He had a big round of applause when he showed up.
Yes.
And we weren't sure what happened. We heard all sorts of applauding and whatnot, and then Mike emerged with his guitar case, and I was like, "Oh, that was a lot for that." But
Jack Alexander, Krista Calamo. There was all it was local crowd. Great. I felt like I knew everybody. It was
great friends like Jack Anderson, Eddie Currier, Phil Parisi. I mean, it was just so nice to see everybody. Joey Parmesan popped in. I don't want to leave anybody. There was just so many cool people come through the door. I feel like I was shaking hands and kissing babies all night long.
We have a question from Mike Bertolino. What's the beer menu like?
The beer menu is, if he's talking draft or bottle, I mean, the answer on the draft is we got a Sam, we got a Blue Moon, we got a Notch, we've got a Michelob Ultra. I'm trying to read them off the
Sam
tap
Adams.
handles.
Fiddlehead.
Sam Adams, a Fiddlehead. We've got 8 lines, and those will be adjusted based on what gets sold.
Yep.
You know, what gets sold. Yep. And I'll put beer bottles, Bud Light, Coors Light, Heineken, Amstel, the basics.
Guinness. Joey crushed a couple of those last night.
Guinness on
Guinness.
tap. We have Guinness on tap and in the can. Yep.
Yeah, nice. Perfect pour, by the way. We'll do a little rundown of people checking in. Jeremiah Nicastro says, best of luck, champ.
Love you, Jeremiah.
Julie Shoebridge says hi. Mike Bertolino, Jeremiah, Annie Rochon, Jackie LaFlamme, Phyllis Ann Barusa. I think that's Phyllis Ann.
Phyllis Ann. That's my niece, Phyllis Ann
Yeah,
Morrissey.
Yeah,
yes,
Phyllis Ann Morrissey. Yeah. So I didn't recognize the last name. Pam Dowdy, Paula Ryan O'Brien, Robert and Annette Spanks, the swingers from the highest STD rate community in the United States.
Down there in the villages with my brother. I don't know what's going on down there, but there's something going on.
We got to find out what color loofah he has.
Yeah.
Lynn Scannell, Phil Scannell, Carol Lupian, Ralph DiGiorgio. Good morning, Ralphie. Jamie Matheson. And there we go. That catches us up. Sherry O'Reilly. Oh, Sherry. Love you, Vinny. From
Love Sherry.
Who's
I was going to get into that a little bit today. When you asked me what the thought process was on this place, is needless to say, I've been to every restaurant and every bar in this city multiple times. Mm-hmm. And Sherry at Beauport, who's a wonderful friend, they have their thing, and I love it there. Anthony at Tono, great friend, love it there.
Absolutely.
So I have been to every restaurant and bar. I'm a big Pratty's guy. Jimmy Pratt, my good friend. I'm a Pratty's guy. I don't go to the Crow's Nest a lot, but I love Greg and Marianne, and they're great friends. So what I tried to accomplish was that thing in the middle, okay? Because those are bar. When I talk about Pratty's and the Crow's Nest, those are bars, Yeah. And when you talk about Tono and the Franklin, she's wonderful too, Maria, and in Beauport with Sherry, just great places, but different. I wanted that place in the middle where you get a burger and a beer for $20. You know what I mean? You come and meet your friends, and it's a more regular establishment versus once in a while kind of day out.
There you go.
That's what the goal is. We will see the result, but that is the goal.
You have best of luck from Tammy Rodolosi over at 525.
Love you, Tammy. Saw Larry yesterday at the bank.
Jeff Romero says hi and best of luck.
Thanks, Jeff.
And there you go. We're all caught up.
We saw Dawn in here last night. Speaking of other places,
Dawn Caraway.
Oh, Dawn Caraway over from the Lobster.
Yeah.
It's funny because my son Michael works for Cape Ann Lobsterman. He's a salesman for Cape Ann Lobsterman, and we went to the Lobster multiple times this summer. I love the atmosphere there, and I think the food's great. But I don't really know the people that own it or run it. Yeah. But I do know Dawn because Dawn worked for me at one time at a different establishment, and her husband Steve has played music at my places many times. And as I was talking to Dawn last night, I'm hoping to get Steve here to do what Mike did last night on a different occasion. So that's just great to hear from all these people.
Unbelievable energy last night. So congratulations.
And there's plenty of clientele in Gloucester and Cape Ann to go around. So opening, to your point, opeting another establishment does not take away from anybody else.
And you know what I do
especially not in the middle of the winter. So.
And I want to just touch on one thing. Pat Shea from Declan's. Mm-hmm. We were in a jam yesterday morning. We were short of a few things. He opened his doors for us, and gave us what we needed, and put the word out through Gene. Out through Gene to me that anything he could do to help would be great. And Anthony Catarano at Tono did the exact same thing. Yeah. And I know Sherry, if I talked to her, would do the exact same, and many, many others. I don't want to leave anybody out, but Pratty's, again, Jimmy's one of my best friends. And if I need something, he's got everything in his garage. So you go, Jimmy, I need this. And he goes, come on over and get it, Yeah. And as we're getting through this, we're going to have some bumps and bruises, and it's nice to have friends like that.
Absolutely. Speaking of Sherry, we have coming up a Clico in the Snow event. Chris, we want to speak to that?
Yeah, so that is Saturday, February 8th. They just announced it Friday, I believe, and I'm oftentimes too late to the party. Like I try to buy my ticket the week of or the week before. And it always sells out. And I just hear that it's such a fun event. They've got some great room specials. I think I got an Ocean View King. It was like $230 or something like that. So that's going to be a really, really fun night coming up.
Only $20. And
yeah, if you don't want a room, it's just $20. You get a welcome glass of Vouv when you arrive.
They usually have those very Instagrammable setups, so you take pictures with your friends in front of it. It's a great take, when in the dead of the winter when not much is going on. And also they have their Wintertide Piano Bar.
So that just started this week, Thursday nights. A lot of people know Ricky Lauria, piano player, awesome. Does a lot of like dueling piano work around in Boston and whatnot. So he did a lot of the Jingle Bar stuff, and it went really well. So we've added Ricky to the lineup every Thursday night through March, I believe, at least, in the lobby. They built this sort of custom piano top for the piano. So it's they have that like digital baby grand thing. So they built this top. So now there's probably 8 seats around the piano.
Wow, like
so you can eat on the piano, and then they set up,
No
I think,
way.
6 or 8 high tops in the lobby. So it's a lot like the Jingle Bar, where they're creating that vibe on a Thursday night in the lobby of the hotel.
And does that start this week?
It started last week.
Last week.
Yep.
Nice.
There you go. We got that going for us.
No need to go to Florida.
No
When
need.
you live
Oh,
in
we got,
Gloucester, I'm gonna tell you.
I know. Well, you'd be miserable if I still like to go to Florida.
Yeah.
Upcoming, we have the Gloucester So Salty event, and it is January 25th and 26th. We've got a bunch of the flyers of all the retailers downtown are doing specials and giving away salty treats. And I put together a little montage of the ones that have sent me flyers so far. And here we go. There we go, and we're back. Sorry I didn't have any audio behind that, but I just want to give everybody an idea how many places have already submitted their everybody's doing an over-the-top promotion. And that's going to go along with the ice sculptures. If you remember last year, I think we have 9 or 10 confirmed really nice ice sculptures that are going to be all around Main Street. It's a great, again, it's another thing in Gloucester in the middle of the winter. You think it's time to just hibernate. No, there's stuff going on, and that's 2 days on the weekend, the 25th and 26th.
If you're chilly on the 25th and 26th, come into Fishtails for half-price appetizers.
Oh wow! Look at that. Okay, so you got to get your marketing person. Give me that flyer.
Yeah, I just found out about this a minute ago, and if everyone downtown is participating, we're participating too.
Holy
Nice.
shit!
Look at that.
You just broke some news right there. Half-price appetizers.
The
Let's
25th
go.
and
Maybe a
26th. Yeah.
Signature cocktail.
Can someone
on
write
the
that
way?
down so I don't forget? Because I got to put that into the program. By the way, I'd like to thank Brittany DiColleggero from Discover Gloucester and Kathy Kelly from Cape Ann Museum, who we've been working side by side to get this event going. And Kathy Kelly really been doing heavy lifting on the behind the scenes stuff. I've been doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the marketing end of it, and Brittany as well. So I don't like the people that are behind the scenes that make these things happen to go unmentioned, because so often it happens that way. And they're really, really been great to work with. So good. So there's that. Patriots. Patriots, man. Do we have so Vin? You're a big sports guy. Sports guy.
Yep.
They let Mayo go. And what I noticed was within 20 minutes of them firing him after the game, there was a press release from the Crafts on Patriots letterhead, 5 paragraphs. So clearly it was
planned.
It was planned.
Absolutely.
It was not.
And I think the knee-jerk reaction is because they wanted to get Mike Vrabel, and they were afraid he was going someplace else because he had already interviewed with the Jets.
Yep.
And he had interest around the league, so they knew if they they stalled the releasing of Mayo that he could be gone.
Right. That's right. I think he couldn't put it anyway. But you know, as down as I don't know that. I don't know. Maybe the early '80s. I don't remember us being so far down in the dumps, but.
We were this bad in the 80s.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I'm older than you, Joey. I remember the 1-in-15 season.
1-in-15.
Yeah,
okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So, but there is hope because we have what, the number 4 draft pick, is it?
Number 4
draft pick, which is still a good draft pick.
And I honestly think we have the best quarterback that came out of this past draft. Now there's 3 or 4 real good ones, but I think when the dust settles, he's going to be proven to be the best of the bunch.
Wow, there you go. And then we also have money to spend. We have draft
tons of money to
spend.
Tons of cap money.
So they're saying that with the right leadership, you know, if we get a good coach, that there is hope for a better outlook than where we are right now. Which is, I mean, we can't get too much.
Can only go up.
Can't get much lower.
But to be fair, Patriots fans have been spoiled for 20 years.
Yes.
So a couple of dings is acceptable as they try to rebuild it.
Well, I'm happy that they're not wasting time though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, it seems like they were dragging their feet a little bit with the whole Cam Newton thing and whatever and the rebuild, but that it seemed, you know, the former players saying that like at times it seemed like he was just winging it as he went along. And that is never a good thing
in any situation.
So never mind. You know, I don't care about, you know, the black-white thing, whatever. Like it isn't about that. It's about getting the best hire. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You got to put the best hire you can there. Maybe Vrabel's the guy. Well, we're gonna find out.
Ralph DiGiorgio has a question for Vinny. How did you come up with the name Fishtails?
I have to be honest. I had about 20 different names that I was going through, Ralph. I mean, I'm trying to remember some of them. And a very, very good friend of mine, he said fishtails. And then when I thought about it, I didn't want it to be TAILS, but where can you get more fishtails, meaning tails, than you can in Gloucester, right?
Yeah.
So it just seemed like a natural, and I kind of liked it and went from there. Between the commercial fishermen and the guys that do it for fun, there's a lot of fishtails. The one that got away. We all got the one that got away, right?
That's absolutely right. Annie Roshan says, "Who wins the early season Pat's prediction?" And the honor and distinction goes to Phil Scannell, who had nailed the end of the season Patriots regular season record. So congratulations to Phil Scannell for that.
Proud owner of no prize at all.
No
you can
prize.
pick it up at 44 Main Street.
You can pick up the 0 prize that we have slotted for that. So there's that. Hi, Joanne Wood, and he wrote some. Vito Ferrar says, "Good luck, Vinny."
Thanks, Vito.
Pat
Great
McNally is
kid.
with us. Mike Rogers, good morning. Your betrothed is with. We have not had a Jamie.
No, she said good morning up top.
Oh, there
Yeah,
she
you
is.
said her name. You just didn't
Yep.
say the whole betrothed. You know,
Oh, sorry.
we skipped it.
Basically.
I missed it. We went to the boat show yesterday. Thoughts about the boat show?
A lot of fun. I always enjoy going to the boat show. You know, if you had a cajillion dollars, you could easily spend all of it at the boat show.
Was it crowded?
It was not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like the aisles were too busy. It was a little frustrating though, because when we pulled in there, you're at the friggin' convention center. They were directing you to the parking lot, but then they directed you around the parking lot and back out into the wild because the parking lot was full.
They could have just in the beginning said lot full, and you would have kept going. They made you go through this weird fucking maze thing. It was
It
terrible.
was a good 9 minutes of winding your way through parking lots, slowly to be
Thumbs
turned
down.
on.
Thumbs down on that. Thumbs down on that. So the pro move, and actually Paul Gigaloni, he said he had mentioned the pro move is to go right to the hotel and valet the car.
Yeah.
Because you can always valet the car, and it's like literally like the same money or a little bit less.
But it was good. We did our normal 2 hours at the boat show, lunch at the where did we go? Seaport Social. Yep.
Oh, nice.
So that was fun.
And then we came
It
here.
was fun.
Yeah, and then we came right here
Yeah,
So you had a day.
we had a day.
for one drink that turned into 3 or 4.
I don't want to throw them under the bus, but they came for one and they were here for a while.
Yeah, it's true. Even in the car driving here, we're like, we're just going for one, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So I have to mention this. My wife is having an event, the Real Estate Blueprint Strategies for Smarter Acquisitions, January 29th at 6 p.m. at Engel & Volkman's shop at 120 Main Street. Matt Blanchard, my wife, Joel Favazza from Seaside Legal, and Ryan McShera from Red Barn Architecture. So a little of everything. If you're new to the market, you need to. I can attest all of these people are total professionals. You'd be happy to work with. So there you go. We got that out of the way. We have. Oh, should we get right into it? Oh, Donna, we can't keep this under wraps anymore.
What?
The number one piece of Good Morning Gloucester content that has come out in 2025 came from none other than our Donna Rogers, who you went to, what was the name of the place?
Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
You've been there.
I haven't. I don't think I have.
Oh,
North Conway?
Who doesn't? Who hasn't been to Delaney's Hole?
Well, I don't get out much. North Conway?
Yes.
North Conway. And she did a French onion soup review channeling me.
My inner Joey.
Your inner Joey, but she did it as me. So I think you'll all agree.
Are you going to play it?
Yeah, we're going to play it.
Oh.
But I wanted to set
It's
it
a
up.
little long.
Because some people didn't realize, some people just thought that was like, they caught it after you said, I'm doing this, I'm Joey Shimataro.
Yeah.
And they just thought you were just being obnoxious. So my wife and I sat up.
So do tell me the backstory of what people are saying about
So
me.
we needed to get that this is Donna channeling me.
Clarify that I was not.
My wife and I ran this through 3 times and we're laughing hysterically. Here it is, Donna Rogers, French onion soup of the Tuckaway Tavern.
Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
That place too.
Tuckaway
Hole in the
Tavern.
Wall
That
in
place.
North Conway, New Hampshire. This is Joey Shimataro with just another French onion soup review. I traveled almost 3 hours to get here because people told me how legit this French onion soup is. So let's get into it. So we got
so that wasn't
first
it.
thing,
Jamie was saying, was she?
right?
was
It's
she-
got crusties on the top.
Come on in.
Man,
All
just
right.
talk about MVPs.
Let's get down
There's
to
the
the
guy that,
First of
there's
all,
the guy
serve in
that
a crock.
single-handedly
Serve in a
pulled it
crock.
off
Gotta have
from
the
the
crock.
from the ashes. From the ashes.
Okay, we have coverage. It's hard to see because of
So
the,
does Jamie
the
said,
light,
was she wearing that
the
baseball
lighting
cap
in
and, like, pulling her
here.
hair back to
But
be
I'd
like
say
Joey?
we
I'm
have
like,
about
I think she's just
75%
seeing.
coverage on the outside.
Okay, all right. So it was
So
fully
now
in character.
we're just gonna dig in. Now, usually at this point
But
I
you
talk about the
nailed
restaurant
all
in general.
the
So, Ladies Hole in the
bread. We
Wall.
got the bread.
Best
It was
In a crock.
fun.
You know what I
Been
did?
here forever. Restaurant in North Conway. They got sushi that's fucking legit, coming from someone from Gloucester. It's amazing. All right, let's get into it. So, crusty top,
Chip.
served
Studied game
quick
day
and hot.
Wow.
Wicked hot.
She is the MVP.
Is absolutely.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
It is tough to get
Oh,
that
yeah.
first bite when the cheese is hanging down. You don't want to hang it down your chin.
All right, let me check for the bread. It's gotta have bread. Doesn't have bread, it's like you start with a fucking 5.5.
I wish we could hear
So
this.
we got bread. We got bread here. We got bread. All right. We got bread. We're going in now for the flavor, the cheese. Always, I gotta pull up my cheese. Oh, Kate, my beautiful
Such
wife.
good-
You would love this.
Only 11 minutes left.
You guys know my beautiful wife,
All
Kate.
right, we'll get back to the thing. All right. Nope, I gotta close this out. There we go. I think we could.
Donna.
Oh, Donna, hats off to you for that tremendous rendition of.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because you were channeling me, so I found it so funny. Can everybody chime in? Did everybody enjoy that as much as I did?
So I went and, it was a long drive up. And I had a nice tequila Cosmo. And I was just kind of sitting there, and we were waiting for the games to come on, and I was just like, I was just kind of bored, and I was like, what could I do? And then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to eat, and I said, oh, they have French onion soup. That's perfect. I'll get that and a thing of sushi. And then I said, oh, French onion soup, maybe. And then it all
came together.
It just all came
It
together.
all came together. There's that. All right. Congratulations again. Oh, so this is a question that came up. I was listening to another podcast, and sometimes I'll admit I get ideas. I hear a great podcast, and it'll be a topic, and I want to hear our spin on what people say. So in 2025, what is the preferred underwear choice that women want to see their men wear? So like not what the women want to wear for themselves, what women want to see their husband wearing. Because when I was a kid,
Why you look at me? I'm not answering the question.
you got to
be
answer.
good.
You got to answer. When I was a kid, I wore boxer.
Or underwear or boobs.
I
or
wore.
any of that
What are you talking about?
on the.
When I was a kid, I wore boxer briefs, and now I wear I wore boxers, regular cotton boxers. I had no support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Just
Yeah,
like
loose
flowing
hair.
in the wind.
yeah, and I think that those
And
companies.
as you got older and you became more of a man.
But I think that they should have a class action lawsuit against those regular boxer
Yeah.
companies because they offered no support.
Right.
And now, like, there's a lot of guys walking around, and their jabooties are down here.
Your booties?
Jabooties.
Never
Vinny
heard-
knows what the jabooties are.
I know what the
Never
Shabuka
heard
is.
that term before.
They're way, way below the bonza.
Yeah. So
As
I
long
think
as they're not on the
I think we talk about how many ridiculous, frivolous lawsuits there are, like suing McDonald's for the scalding hot coffee, like then making them put a caution thing that coffee's hot, you may burn your tongue. Like, I think that if you can get away with that, I think you could easily get away with suing the boxer company for not supporting the jabooties. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's all about choice. So if you choose to wear the boxers,
Like,
then
yeah.
you choose to have your zabonis or whatever they're called.
Yes, the bunnies.
Jabooties.
Is that supposed to be
Jabooties.
the role of underwear?
Huh?
Is it quite literally dropping the ball if underwear doesn't support your?
It's dropping the ball.
Is that the role of underwear?
What is the role of underwear?
I mean,
Well, I think to prevent chafing, when it's like when you're
so
when
did
you're
it do that?
sweating
So do
down-
boxers do that? Yes. What else? What's
They-
another role?
Well,
of
they
underwear?
Depends on the
don't. They
brand.
don't keep the things up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
don't
drop
support.
the ball.
They drop. No, I mean that's just nature. Just like boobs. As you get older, the boobs sag. Right? You're young.
That doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
what you're talking about there.
Stupid. Who told you that?
Isn't this a family show? So
Not a family show. It's absolutely not a family show. So wait. So if you so what does
Here we go.
what does
Here
Mike
we
wear
go.
for underwear?
He wears boxers. Sorry, Mike.
So
Regular
oh,
boxers, like
regular
like
boxers,
plaid,
old school
like-
boxers.
Ralph Lauren cotton boxers.
Oh, Mikey.
So he's like back. He's like a frat boy because that's
No,
what
he's
we used to
just-
wear.
covering our faces. with
He
these
is a
papers.
traditionalist. He's a traditionalist.
Okay. So and now now if you had your choice, do you like the boxers?
I don't think it's my choice whatsoever.
Well, it could
it
be.
should be. Like if Kate says, "I absolutely hate your white boxer briefs that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to wear X," I would consider wearing X.
Okay.
So you were exclusively white?
So yeah. So this is the other thing that a guy
That
that
seems weird to
podcast
me.
that I was talking
Yeah.
about.
I don't see that.
White. All I have is jockey boxer brief.
The boxer briefs. That's what my son
Boxer
wears.
briefs because they, again.
Yeah.
So once I realized that
Yeah.
things are starting to fall a little bit, I said I
Yeah.
better get
As the guest here,
Yeah.
I have to ask this question. Where is this podcast going?
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think we've spent enough time on the topic.
All right. All right. Well,
I think you know,
so
to
anyway,
be
someone
continued.
said that white boxer briefs are like trashy. You should have like black ones.
If you're gonna wear white boxer briefs, you should be like 25 years old, cut like a rug, model.
Well, I mean,
Wow, so the color is tied to the physique of the wearer?
Kinda. I mean, you know. But
Jamie
white
says
gets
boxer
dirty.
briefs.
You guys are dirty. White gets dirty.
No, I'm clean. I'm very clean. I shower twice a day. All right, there you go. All right, well, moving on.
Thankfully.
Thankfully.
Vinny was not gonna have a comment on that.
He was going to have to take the meatballs off the menu.
Gene, want to chime in on last night's crowd or anything while he's here?
No, I'm very shy.
I mean,
Gene
who was
Davis.
your least favorite customer last night? No, I'm totally kidding. Don't answer.
Gene and his lovely wife are in the building.
There you go.
Nice
Yeah.
short. Nice
Yeah,
short.
if it wasn't for Gene,
What
we
is
probably
the-
would have been serving water out of the tap last night. And
By the way, Gene,
not much more.
tremendous. You did a great job curating like the bar, like the amount, the liquor that you have there. Well, obviously you are the consummate professional. You nailed all exactly what you need to have.
We have
right
what
there.
we need. It's a small place, but we have the
Yeah.
essentials.
Yeah.
We'll add as we go and
Yeah.
subtract according, but we just wanted to get open and
We just had to read your beer list because we had a question on Good Morning Gloucester on the computer. They asked what were the beers, so I had to look over there and read them off the taps.
Yeah.
And now the system's brand new.
Yep.
Vinny had to
Gene
invest a little
Gene
bit of
cost me
money.
a lot of money, right? He says this chiller for the draft is not any good. I go, what did that mean? He goes, it means you got to write a check. I go, oh boy,
That's music to Joey's ears.
that is-
another one.
That is music to my ears, and that's one of our podcast topics. So one of my five favorite bars of all time is Twin Peaks
Yep.
down in Florida.
I know it.
They
Yep.
advertise a big, huge sign outside. We chill our beer to 28 degrees.
Yeah.
And they have the digital readout at the top of the tap that tells you exactly what the temperature. And every time I go there, now normally it's like 85 degrees in Naples when I'm there, and they give you a chilled
28.
glass.
That's nice.
And on the top, when they pour that draft beer, there's little ice crystals of beer in the top.
Yeah. Well,
And there's
Gene,
nothing better.
Gene can
than
tell
that.
you better than me, but yesterday, believe it or not, what we had to buy showed up on Friday late afternoon. So the guy that installed it was here yesterday morning. We were opening at 3, right? And when he tapped all those kegs, he kept saying it's pouring like water. Beautiful, beautiful.
Water because the run is really the cooler is right.
It's a short
So
run.
it's a short run, and the chiller is brand new, so it's at like 28 degrees. It doesn't mean
Nice.
the beer is 28 degrees, but the beer should be like 32 when it's coming out. It's like super cold
Yeah,
and
I
super
might
fresh.
have a beer
'cause
right now.
Everything's brand new,
that's amazing.
super clean because we get the lines clean like we're supposed to.
And you
So
don't.
tap beer is awesome.
That is such music to my ears.
One thing
There's a couple places.
One thing about Gene is you won't get anything better anywhere than what he serves.
Yeah.
It might put me out of business, but it will. But he will have the best for
You
you.
gotta do the right thing.
That I can assure you.
That is awesome.
I gave him a little schooling on draft beer yesterday. I think it kind of went in one ear and out the other, but he pretended like he was listening.
Hey, he knows he can trust you, so he doesn't have to worry about that, right? So what was your topic about beer, a cold beer? Didn't you have a topic?
No, I only added that to the notes because you asked me to Google what the ideal temperature was
Oh, okay.
for beer, and then I added that to the show notes, and then you said it was my topic.
Oh,
What
okay.
did they say was the ideal?
I forget it. It
Is it in the
was.
show?
I think it was somewhere around 28. Let's see. I can go back to our notes.
Yeah. In any case, the beer here is perfectly chilled, and
Well, the system runs like ours was down to like 26 point something, and it I was telling him that's the default setting. Anyway, it shuts the system down when it gets to that temperature. But that doesn't mean the beer is going to be that cold. But that's what it's circulating in the line,
Right.
The lines that come up.
Yep.
So that's the temperature circulating glycol to keep the lines cold. The lines will be a little bit warmer, but
So the freezing point of beer is around 28 degrees, It freezes at a lower temperature. Beer is rarely served above 35 Fahrenheit. And the American Homebrewers Association recommends serving beer between 38 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, fuck them. I'm out. I'm out on American Beer Association.
The long and the short of this podcast is you ain't gonna get a better beer anywhere than Gene's Beer.
There you go.
It's on it.
You got that
On
going.
it.
There's that. Carl's Sausage Kitchen has announced that they're closing later this month. Drove past it a million times going to the airport as a kid. They moved a location from that Route 1 location to someplace in
Bourbon Street in Peabody.
Bourbon Street and
Bourbon
Peabody.
Street.
Right off
Peabody.
Route 1, Lowell Street.
And when I posted this, 67 years that family had that.
Yeah.
67
Wow.
years. Take care, guys.
Yeah. Kelly's too. Kelly's cheating showmanship.
Yeah. But Carl's is going to be no more. So what was interesting to me was after I posted this announcement on the blog, how many people came out of the woodwork, devastated that Carl's was closing.
Yeah.
I had never been in. Have you ever been in Carl's? You?
I think I was there once
Never
in
been.
Peabody.
No.
I probably drove by it on Route 1 5 million times.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Same.
And their sausage really is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you have had it.
Oh, yeah. It's
No,
really-
and I knew when we were younger, we had au pairs take care of the kids, and I had a few German au pairs, and they enjoyed going and getting some of the German type food.
Yeah.
Now, is the sign staying? Is the sign still there, even though they moved to?
Yeah.
So the sign's still there. So
Oh,
like
on Route
Godfrey's.
No,
Oh,
it's
no.
a different thing now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a completely
Totally
different business now
Yeah.
in that location. But I mean, Warren Waugh, there was a ton of people that had came out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting when there's certain places like the Cupboard or whatever, and I haven't been to the Cupboard. I used to, as a kid, my grandmother lived right above it on
Right.
Tolman Ave, and we would be there constantly. And I loved the Cupboard. And sometimes places fall off your radar, and I hadn't been there for like 2 or 3 years. Then you hear it closing, and you
Right.
get
You're
so
like,
nostalgic. You get
What?
super
Yeah.
nostalgic,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then
I honestly believe that the Cupboard has the best barbecue chicken in the world.
really
Hmm.
good.
Wow.
I mean,
They
I
had
don't
a
know
good
why it's so good, but since I was a little kid,
Yep.
our mothers would all go down to our mothers, and his grandmother would all go down and sit down Stage 4 Park and talk and play cards, all the girls, and
Yeah.
cook it, and I'd eat barbecue chicken. Their food was excellent. The feeling of the place was fun too.
Yeah. Yeah, old school. They're
Yeah.
from South Carolina, right?
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, Georgia.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
wonderful people.
Yeah, so there's a barbecue pedigree, and that fish sandwich that they had forever, or whatever,
Outstanding. Yeah.
really good. I know my cousin Frank
I'm
loved
getting
it.
hungry.
I get hungry too.
Jamie and I were driving, I guess, last weekend, and we drove by the old Willow Rest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody has taken over that lease. There's nothing
Shocked.
on that side of the island for people to get takeout or food. Or
I mean, Captain Carlo's closing. Not Captain Carlo's. Captain
Hooks.
hooks. Yeah.
Captain Hook's closing. Talise being seasonal.
Mhm.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
Bananas.
And it's such a cool little space.
Some of these places that it ends up because real estate value is so high that they end up focusing more on
Residential.
than and then on top of it you add how hard it is to staff places, and for the last 4 years seems like it's gotten a little bit easier, but a lot of places were like just throwing their hands up, like with the help situation, like I can't do it all myself.
But they have a giant banner on the front of it that says like restaurant for lease. So they're not trying to change it to
okay.
residential.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, well, if anybody wants to open up a place over there, that's a
Donna,
tremendous spot.
French onion soup restaurant.
It's like the first soft serve ice cream I think I've ever had in my life as a little kid. The twist.
that
the
Rich
twist.
Tales?
No.
The
Cupboard,
mill?
The Cupboard.
Oh, the Cupboard. Yeah.
He's still back. He's still
Yeah, I'm still on the
Can't get
Cupboard.
out of
Yeah,
his
here
head.
we go down of his head for sure. With the biggest, I gotta find the graphic. There are wasteful studies performed,
Yeah.
particularly in municipalities, traffic studies. I think I've lived through 1,000 traffic studies in this city, and literally they haven't changed one thing about the traffic. And that's just one example of wasteful money spent on studies. I think this one here tops them all. Study shows that most women overpack their suitcases by almost double, just in case. I can't believe that someone commissioned a study for this. Is like the most obvious statement of all obvious statements.
They didn't have to spend any money. Should have just called me.
Yeah.
Anyway. One day we went to the airport. She put a thing on. It was so over. They wanted $150 for her bag. I said, I'll tell you what, keep the bag.
It's crazy. And so Kate, clearly overpacks, just like every other one. And the funny part was, and I was going to do this, and I may do this on our next trip because she would have already commented if she was watching. Every single day she wore, there was only two, because we stayed in the Airbnb, so we had to wash it dryer. She wore one of only two overshirts, two bathing suits, and two skirts. So you know what a skirt is, right? Yeah. Every single day. And then there was one day she mixed in this black, shirt dress. Literally,
That was it.
So she wore like 9 items and packed, what do you say, like 30?
36, maybe 40, maybe 50. I don't know. But like her bag was, I thought we were going to get charged extra when I put it up onto the thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is not
just in case is important. That's an important part of that study. Like I was quizzing Jamie last night.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
When we were at the boat show yesterday, I overheard Nicole asking Jamie for packing advice for our upcoming St. John trip. Like, this is the biggest mistake she could have ever made.
Brian pointed that out several times yesterday. He kept on whispering, don't ask Jamie.
No.
Jamie packs inflatable paddle boards that are 70 pounds, that are a full bag that we never use. And you might need a new mentor.
I just wanted to
Next
know,
topic from Jamie.
I just wanted to know what events were on the agenda. I didn't want to be the one who flies down there to meet you guys and then you can't do such and such because I didn't pack the right attire or whatever. So I wanted to know what was on the schedule.
I think St. John may be the easiest place of all places to pack for.
2 bathing suits, 2 t-shirts.
Right, that's what I would
exactly what
pack.
Kate wore the whole time. That is what you need. 2 bathing
fine.
suits. Well, especially, are you Airbnb in it? Yeah, so you're gonna have a washer dryer. That's one of my favorite things about Airbnbs is having a washer dryer. I do not want room service. Right? Room service gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't need the bed turned down because that just means one more time that someone that I don't know is coming into the fucking room.
Right.
Don't need it. Don't need the chocolate on the pillow. I don't need it. I would prefer to have the sign on the outside of the door that says, sleeping. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
and not come in. And that's one of the main reasons I really prefer an Airbnb. Usually get much more space and everything else to go with it. Kate, this was not to poke fun at Kate. This is all women. Tina Greer.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do agree with that.
This
I
is-
definitely pack things I never ever wear, just in case.
Just
I
just in
find
case.
that I pack non-clothes items like
your vape pens and
no,
and your
Vape
your
just-
marijuana pipes.
no, just all the extra stuff, especially when you travel with kids. Like you're like, oh,
Just
I
in
might need a
case.
thermometer in case they have a fever, and
Just
of course
in
I'm
case.
not going to find Tylenol, and I might want to alternate Tylenol and ibuprofen, so I need to bring both of those. Anyway,
That's
Yeah.
a little different, though.
it's a little different.
It's
Yeah.
a little different.
But I've gotten much better. I've come home with a lot of clothes, and I've gotten a lot better at that, I have to say. It comes with age.
So I think if you travel multiple times in the winter, the first trip, so if we go to Naples 3 times or 2 or 3 times, the
Yeah.
first trip I try to mentally take
Yeah.
note of what I wore and what I absolutely didn't wear or didn't take
Yeah.
out of the suitcase.
Right.
And then the next time, I get better as the
You get
season goes
better.
on every year because my
Yeah.
memory isn't good anyway. So there's that. So at the boat show, by the way, is there any bigger sign of success? And I've made it, and I've reached the pinnacle of male toys than having a
boat.
golf cart. No, golf cart.
Yeah.
Golf cart. And Mike.
Golf,
Did you take
There were some
pictures?
So
good
I got a
ones.
picture. So we were at the boat show, and they had what I consider to be the golf cart.
This had a lounge in the
This
back
had-
of it.
Here it is.
We are
This
campaigning
is-
for you to buy this.
Look at this thing.
Oh, we need Mike Rogers to trade in what he
This,
currently
No,
this
has.
no,
seat
Mike's
flips
fine.
back and forth so you can face. And then you've got this like banquette seat.
Yes.
How
That's
cool
like what
is
you
that?
have in the back of your Medline, minus the table that Jamie wants. And it is just absolutely. So everybody guess what the price tag on this vehicle is, and we'll have a prize that is a Good Morning Gloucester sticker prize.
Mike Rogers, you need this,
Well-
Mike Rogers.
While you're writing in your guess, because it's a boat show, I'll say I was at the bow of this this golf cart and Joey was at the stern. We were both trying to take a photo, and there was a guy, heaven forbid, standing in the middle of the golf cart.
I was
The look
vibrating.
on Joey's
I
face
was vibrating.
because this other guy wouldn't move and get out of his picture was priceless.
I'm like, dude, I got my camera up ready to take a picture. He fucking went right in front of me because he wanted to get the details on how much it cost.
How dare he?
How dare you? How dare you?
He didn't know you were
Yeah,
looking for
that's-
content.
I am fucking content guy. Listen, we have to
That's
populate
nice.
this blog every
So
day.
take this
That's
and
nice.
one of your whatever
Oh,
contest you
podcast
do,
prize?
give a $20 gift card to Fishtails.
Ooh.
All right, hold on a second here. We're gonna put this on the screen.
Back on subject.
Can I guess it?
Hold
Can I
on a
have a
sec.
guess? Or
Mhm.
am I?
Yeah, you haven't seen the graphics, so
I haven't seen that.
I don't know if it'll be fair.
Yeah,
to
but
our
she's a
viewers.
golf cart shopper.
Okay.
So what does that mean?
I
Yeah,
have-
you're out.
I
You're
have
out.
inside knowledge.
You're out. All right, hold on. I gotta put this
Are you-
up. So Vinny has donated a $20 gift certificate here to Fishtails for the closest person to the price of that particular golf cart.
Oh,
The 2000,
okay.
2020,
That's actually
the latest model. So let's see what people have guessed
Got
so
some
far.
good
We have to keep
guesses.
track. So we have Timmy Matheson, $35,000. Robert and Annette Spanks, $150,049. That's like
Wow.
that's a Price is Right guess. Jeff Amaro, $65,000. Mike Bertolino, $25,000. Larry Ritolosi, $60,000. We got a spam thing right there. Chuck Schubridge, 55. Annie Rochon, 50. Linda Joram Tutman, 80. Jackie LaFlamme, 90. We're going to give two more. We're going to give one more minute and come back to it to put your guess in. $20 gift card hanging in the balance from Vinny. Very generous donation. And if we have, I got Jackie LaFlamme. So right now, there.
While we let them answer, I did see Kathy Matheson is shaking me down for money again, I think, for football pools or something. I hear you, Kathy. I will find you.
Oh, you need to get your money in?
I guess I got to get my pool pick in.
No, it's not closest without going over. It's just going to be closest. Not closest without going over. We'll clarify that. Lynn Scannell, 42. Rick Dowsett, 20. Carol Lupian, 54. Rick Dowsett, did he put it in twice? 20,000. Bill Bartlett, 59. Tina Greel, 30. Lynn Scannell, Phil Scannell, I should say, is 42. And we're going to close it in 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11,
Is it
10,
close without going
9, 8, no. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The voting is closed. And it is, I believe it was Michael Bertolino at, hold on, let me put the graphic up.
Many of you will be pleasantly surprised.
I thought that one was more than that.
I'm kind of doubting this.
Oh, we
too.
have it right here.
I don't think that's the right number.
Is that the one in the living room?
That's not that one.
Joey.
This one was about 35. The picture that
Oh,
you
fuck.
they had the price for that one,
Oh,
and it was
God.
like 35.
Joey.
All right, 35. We're going with 35. This is the picture for this particular one that is not the one that I just showed. So 35 is the answer, and I'm going to go back through the notes. Let's see here.
You gotta do some quick
We're
math.
going to do some, 35. Let's see. We go here. Timmy Matheson, 35,000. There you go. There's your winner.
Nailed it.
Nailed
Nailed
it.
it.
Timmy Matheson is your winner.
That doesn't surprise me though, because he's constantly looking for shit like this.
He's Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Timmy Matheson absolutely is. So I'm going to give this to Chris because I know Chris will see you soon. So, wait, who's going to see Chris first?
I'll probably see Timmy first.
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
I'm going to guess that I'm going to see Timmy first.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
Did Timmy just write in that he wants to buy us around?
I think that's what he said.
Just kidding, Timmy.
I think that's
I
what he
want to bring it
said.
to you.
Speaking of Facebook Marketplace, Chris, you had a topic about Facebook Marketplace.
Why every time, like, I just sold a Jeep top on Facebook Marketplace. Every once in a while, I'll sell something or buy something. Why is it
Torture.
every time you do
Torture.
it, you feel like you're getting scammed?
Yeah.
If you're selling or you're buying, there's just this constant sense of dread that you're about to get scammed.
Yep.
I'm addicted to it.
I know you are. I don't know how you do it.
I love a bargain. I love a deal.
We know that.
Oh, I meant to tell you.
Oh, so you're
the
a buyer, not a seller.
Ace Hardware is doing something up at Gloucester Crossing. They have a whole bunch of grill stuff on closeout right now,
Oh wow.
which I know is
Have
your
to check
sweet
it out.
spot.
I know. I cannot bring in any. I own 30 grills. I cannot bring in any more grills.
I need some black stone
this
stuff.
this I would admit that this would be grounds for divorce in a normal marriage. We don't have a normal marriage because she's very tolerant of these type of things. But it was my passion for a long time, collecting rare grills, rare colored Weber grills. I have most of them are little mini ones, but most of them I found on Facebook Marketplace, and it was the hunt.
So you're more of a buyer than a seller. You don't really sell.
90% of the time I'm a
Yeah,
buyer.
selling. When we sold our house before moving here, I sold. I attempted to sell some pieces of furniture, and yeah.
I'm very honest.
And I didn't get scammed. They actually sent me a cashier's check, and I brought it to the bank. And
isn't that the scam though? They get your routing numbers and stuff from that.
No. It was I forget the details, so I don't want to take up too much time. But they did send me it was not a real check, and because I said I'm not going to
take this.
Yeah, like they had sent me the check, and they're like, "We want to come tomorrow," which would have been like before I got the check, and I was like.
Oh yeah.
No.
That's
I'm gonna go, and when I get the cash in my hand, I'll let you know, and then you can come right after that. And it wasn't a real check. Yeah.
But they're even some of these scams are not even like trying to get money out of you. Like there was this one woman, you can tell like when they don't even want to write like, "Hey, is your Jeep top still available?" It's like, "Is your item available?" You can always tell that's sort of a red flag.
Standard.
But like, "I want to come see it." Okay, when? 2:00 tomorrow. Okay, gave them the location.
Yeah.
And then they never show up. And I texted them like ahead of time. I'm like, "I have a feeling you're not going to show up.
Right.
If I don't hear from you in a half hour, I'm not going to be there."
Right.
They never show up. Like
Right.
I don't understand what the end game is on some of these
I
scams.
know.
I know. Well, so recently, the city of Boston, there's been a scam with the Easy Pass.
Mm.
I got 3 texts last week that
Oh,
you have a
the text,
$699 balance that we couldn't process.
Yeah.
And I just 2 months ago, both of my credit cards got hacked. And I think it was because I bought things for my daughters off of they were like the TikTok shops or whatever.
Yeah.
And like for Christmas, I said, "Give me your list." They send me the links. I buy them, and now I get both credit cards hacked. So I thought, oh, maybe the credit card I had on file with Easy Pass is
Hacked,
I need to update it. So this is legit. And but it seemed fishy because it was through a text.
Yeah.
So I always Google, is this a scam? And it showed up, oh yes, this is not right. But the URL that they have is like one letter off.
It has Easy Pass in it.
It has Easy Pass in it. So so be vigilant. Like this is the kind of thing that my mother would totally get taken on.
How about the texts that you're getting now? Like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like you're getting
just
those?
that. Yeah.
I got a couple last month. I was horrified.
Yeah, or it's like just anything to try and engage you to respond. Even if you say, "F you, go F yourself," whatever.
They know it's alive.
They just want you to respond, and they want to be able to engage. So
this Easy Pass thing, I literally got an Easy Pass bill in the mail, and my balance must have like run out or something. I haven't even opened it yet, but I got one of those orange Easy Pass bills in the mail, and the very next day, Finn, who's 15, not 15 and a half, Chris. You see how I said
almost
straight up,
almost
16.
I gave his real age. Sent me a screenshot of a text that he got an Easy Pass that scam. And he's like, "Is this our Easy Pass? Why am I getting it?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Just delete it. Obviously, you're not going to pay the Easy Pass bill." Right. So he deleted it. And then it was like a full week later that people started posting that. So
all the police departments have been posting about that one.
Yeah. So be vigilant anyway, because I know, again, that would be something my mother would, definitely get taken on.
We should come up with a good scam.
No, background. That's all.
Can we go back to when we were talking about the packing, and you were going to keep track of what shirts you wore in Naples versus which ones you didn't wear and whatnot? It reminded me that Chris sent a great graphic as seen at the Beauport.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I feel bad because I looked at this photo after, like, I didn't get the guy in the, maybe looking his finest,
look at that. Yeah.
but he's wearing one of Joey's shirts.
Do we know this man?
I don't know.
I don't know
I
this
know.
guy either.
No.
He looks very handsome in that shirt, though.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
And he's wearing it to the Beauport. I
God
mean,
bless him.
he's dressing up for the day.
So now caption this photo. What is he saying?
When I looked over and I saw him wearing Joey's cocktail shirt, I was like, am I being punked? Is there someone around me?
Mhm.
Well, the
Is
new
Joey testing me?
the new ones have navy blue shirts with white lobsters on, and they'll be in any time. But I'll probably release them right around Father's Day because they'll be a perfect Father's Day gift. Thank you for the plug, by the way.
So you guys all wore those at the Gloucester House one night, and we have photos of that. And that reminds somebody, and you probably don't have it now, but that video that somebody submitted to you of the husbands all wearing the same shirt in the
Yes.
bowling alley,
Yes.
priceless. Good for those wives. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, you could do that with the lobster shirts. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Come buy all the shirts so you could punk all your husbands.
Right? They
It'd be
all show up
wonderful.
wearing the
Wonderful.
same shirt.
It'll be absolutely wonderful.
Available exclusively at 44 Main Street.
By the way, we're going to get back on the topic of travel. So if you do not have TSA PreCheck and global entry, you have got to have your head examined.
Yes.
So this is coming back from Aruba. We have the global entry. There's 3 people in front of us.
Yeah.
There is 250 people in the non-global entry line.
Mhm.
In the global, it's good for 5 years. It's $100 good for 5 years.
Yeah.
If you travel once a year, never mind traveling 6 or 7 times a
Well,
year.
out of the country. It's when you come in from out of the country.
But this goes for TSA PreCheck as
oh,
well.
I know. I have it.
Yeah.
I've had it for 10 years.
You have to have your head examined. And there's very rarely is the TSA I'm going to say 1 out of 20 times the TSA line anywhere near as long as the regular line, because I've
Yeah.
heard people say that, oh, it's half the time. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
TSA chat 99 out of 100 times is way less. If you don't have it and you travel, wake up, because I think do you have it, Vin?
I'm embarrassed to say I don't.
You gotta get
My
it.
wife has been driving me crazy about it.
Yeah.
What do they call the thing with the eyes? What's it called? You go in
Facial
there.
recognition.
Whatever. Yeah, but I keep saying no because I'm cheap. That's all it comes down to, is that I'm cheap.
Oh, clear.
You would rather
Clear. Yeah. Should clear or TSA pre-check, and I'm like, what's the big deal?
If you're waiting, you'd rather wait.
I wouldn't rather. I'm just cheap. I'm gonna get it now. You guys talk me into it.
Well,
Beth,
no, but
Beth,
the-
you can have it.
But global,
Merry Christmas.
so you can just get TSA pre-check.
Right.
Yeah.
But global entry gives you TSA pre-check with global entry. So if you travel, even if you go to Europe once a year, or even that's where I came home this year from, I forget where, it must have been Italy or whatever. And when I tell you the customs area at Logan was like a third world country, I tell you, it was crazy. There was people screaming. There was 100 wheelchairs lined up. And I said, but the crazy thing is the global entry was all the way on the other side. So I had to get through all these people. But when I tell you I was in and out of there in 5 minutes, and those other people were there for hours.
Yeah. I mean, one time sitting in that line, to me,
Right.
is $100.
Right.
And to
But
think
you have
about,
to get, I mean, I had to go to the airport. I had to get a background check. I had to get interviewed. I mean, you have
Takes
to.
a while
If you
to get.
want global entry, you need to.
It can take you 3 or 4
it can
months to
take
get
you
an
3 or 4
appointment.
months to get an appointment. So you got to keep your eye on that.
And you should see if you can get, because you're going to lose your global entry because you took photos in the customs and immigration line. So you'll probably, it'll be revoked.
Chris knows about being detained places.
It's crazy though. You walk up to the machine and it says "Welcome, Donna Rogers." I mean, just from your facial recognition, it says, "Welcome back to the U.S. Hope you had fun in Greece." I mean, it's like, wow, they're really watching me. I mean, and for those people who don't like that,
Yeah, Jamie brings up a good point. You should look into this because a lot of credit cards now will pay for your global entry. It's like
It's
one
a
of the
perk.
perks that
Yes.
you got to look into to see if they have it, but you can
Yeah.
probably get it for free.
Global entry, I'm far less interested in global entry than I am TSA preferred because I travel
mostly in the
Domestic.
U.S.
Florida.
right almost 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's where, I mean, two of my kids got married out of the country, so it was a pain in the ass going through customs, coming back.
But if you don't plan on going out of the country,
I really don't.
Then yeah.
When I want to get warm, I go to Florida. And when I want to drink, I come up here.
This is a great added contribution here from Annie Rochon. Staples and Danvers does the interviews. You can,
Yes.
So you don't have to go to the airport.
Fingerprinting
for
is
global
done
entry, I
as
know
well.
they do for TSA because I did that for my kids.
So there's Gail Taylor Kute. I don't know. A new person. Thank you for joining us. It's so much easier now. You can do it online and then do the interview when you're coming back into the U.S. So if you're traveling outside the U.S., fill out the application before you go.
That's Gail Coote from Manchester.
Yeah, I think for global entry, you have to go to the airport for your interview. I think for TSA pre-check, it's different though. Okay. I think they have like different remote satellite offices.
You know what else I haven't done is the real ID. Like these are the things that bog me down. The paperwork. Does everybody else have a real ID?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not have a real ID.
It's just like anything else, though. Like that, you put something off and put something off and put something off, and it never gets done. Just fucking go online.
I know.
Type in TSA pre-check, fill it, get started. It's not hard.
And I did it for my kids because
Well, if your kids are traveling with you, they don't have to have it.
No, trust me, because Mike and I both have it, and it was invariably one of the but we're all on the same reservation. Oh, we don't know, you have to go back out to the
okay. And Caroline's in college.
So just get the
probably in the
TSA
kitchen.
pre-check for your kids.
So anyway, he says Gail says no, they changed it for final entry. My son just did it coming back from Europe. So
you can do it.
Jeff Romero says yes, airport for global entry, Staples for TSA.
Yep.
Okay.
So good to know.
Thank you, Gail.
That's great. I love that idea.
Good information. Good. We're helping the community. It's all inclusive here.
I had a topic about where are we right now? Well, we're at 10:06, so we can wrap it up. We can wrap things up right now. We'll say.
You want to talk about Christmas tree collections?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We'll finish up with the Christmas tree collections. This coming the 13th to the 17th, special curbside collection. So if you want to get rid of your Christmas tree, the 13th through the 17th on your normal pickup day, your regular trash collection day, trees are picked up in a separate truck and must be free of decorations, lights, and tree stands, which seems obvious, but whatever. Have trees curbside by 7 a.m., not in plastic bags. Trees in plastic bags will not be picked up. Another option is to bring your tree to the compost facility. So there's that. Oh, one more thing. I really have watched, I'm obsessed with the videos that are provided by Kathy Matheson and Jeff Thomas from the Gloucester Wrestling, because they look like super, super exciting matches. The 16th, January 16th, Gloucester Wrestling meet will be at Gloucester High School, and I'd love for us to get a group to go and maybe have come here before. Maybe we should come here before and get a burger.
What's that, next Thursday? This coming Thursday.
Is it this coming Thursday?
Yeah.
It's 4 days from now. So Thursday.
Thursday.
So I'd love for us to get together. Maybe let's come here, get a burger. And maybe we'll try the French onion soup, do a review, and then we'll.
Who's doing it? Yeah, you.
I want you to do it. I don't want to do reviews anymore because
No.
people cannot handle, like, people hate you if they're not the number.
That's why I did mine 3 hours away. So no one's gonna give me shit.
It's a great move. I would never be the judge in any of these things, and I messed up and I judged.
So let's not review it. Let's just
now we can test though. We can see if you pretend to be Joey doing reviews. Do people hate you or do they still hate Joey?
Still hate Joey.
I don't know. I mean, there were some people that I guess thought I was being a little strange. I don't know.
I thought it was great. No, if they didn't
know that I was
if they
character.
if they didn't catch the part that you were channeling me, then they would have thought you were strange. So we got that going for us. All right, congratulations to Timmy Matheson and thank you for the gift. And we will plan on only the losers are the haters. Larry, coming from the guy in first place at 525, Larry Rotolosi says only the losers are the haters.
Tony Rotolosi.
Tony Rotolosi. That's right. That's right. So come on down to Fishtails, open at 3:00 today, or for 7 days a week. And
one last question about Fishtails. You mentioned the guitar player last night. You mentioned Steve Caraway. Maybe in the future, are you going to be having entertainment? Or
I'm going to try to have regular and weekend entertainment. Yes, not every night.
Yep.
But Friday, Saturday for sure. And I think once we get into season, summertime, June, July, August, do some Sunday afternoon stuff.
Nice.
Especially if we're doing a brunch at that time. You know, have a little music. But yeah, I'd like to have music. Like last night, I started it early because I knew it was a bar night. But once we become more of a restaurant, the music will start a little later, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, so that people can eat without music blaring. And
Where do they set up? Up here?
well, last night we set up see the TV in the back wall?
Yeah. Back there.
No, way in the
Back
back wall.
that way.
Oh, okay.
In the back wall.
Oh, yeah.
He was
yeah.
one man. He set up there. When I have actual music, like 3 or 4 pieces, it'll be downstairs where the buffet was set up last night because there's a big open space there. So if you have a real band, you can do it there. But that's down the road a little ways. Right now, we're just going to do the one and 2 piece acoustic stuff.
Nice.
To just keep people, little music for the people to have some fun with.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, nothing crazy. So Kathy says the wrestling is on Wednesday.
night.
Oh,
Thank you, Kathy.
So
for
I
telling us
have
that.
So I have this graphic here from the GHS wrestling schedule that says it's on the 16th. Saugus Peabody at Gloucester High School for senior night, but
Yeah, so
clearly
Kathy,
Kathy would probably.
clarify that.
Kathy,
So we need to clarify, and we'll get Kathy, give us the time and the actual clarify this for me. I would appreciate it and I'll put a press release out on the blog. No, what does it say? It says the 16th, 116.
116 and then 118 is what it says on that flyer. So definitely let us know.
I picked out the ones that are highlighted with the maroon because that's the ones that are home
Oh,
games.
okay.
Yeah,
And that's why I've had this circled for 3 weeks.
yeah,
So Kathy, get back to us on that.
Kathy
please.
might just not want us to be there.
yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe.
she's writing in.
Oh,
we're
Kathy's
gonna-
right again. Maybe
I see bubbles. All right, Kathy.
We see
done.
bubbles.
We got
Yeah,
bubbles.
bubbles.
It is Thursday, Kathy.
Oh, Kathy.
That's all right. We're just gonna keep the gift card now, Kathy.
Yeah,
That was a.
yeah.
20 bucks.
That's-
Let's get some bloodies on Timmy.
That was 5 minutes of everyone's lives we're never gonna get back again.
There you
Good
go.
thing we love you.
Vinny, thank you for having us. This has been great.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
I'm
Congratulations.
excited.
Other than the underwear conversation, it was a bang show.
Yeah.
It was like,
Well, this was a pretty tame one. This was.
Vinny, I have 5 topics on here, way worse than that.
I'm sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
So,
I'm trying to keep this a little cleaner.
We did change direction after I noticed after Vinny's input. It was like, all right, back
we're
on
going
track.
to end out with Annie Brobst. And everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks again, Vinny. Thank you, Donna, Nicole, and Chris. We miss you, Pat and Jimmy. I hope you guys have a great day. Boom.
On the podcast, interviews and making all the people laugh. In the oldest seaport of our country's past, out here with the lobsters. Good morning, Gloucester.
Buddy,
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
appreciate that.
Take it and spend
That was
50. Comes, take it and spend
Right.
50.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's like Oprah Winfrey.